I think we should honestly keep our nose out of everyone else's business, and there's so many problems we have in our own country, which, oh wait, we're in debt. We have people who are on drugs, welfare. Our government was shut down for the longest time. So I don't know why we are bothering with other countries. So I think we should just mind our own business and fix our own problems.
I mean, you only have to look at the results of our last 3 wars. I mean, we have a lot of problems with veterans' benefits and assistance. We haven't been really footing the bill for the conflicts that we've already gotten into, and we're getting into new ones. And we seem to be continuously telling other people how to rule their country or how to deal with their country's problems. And all it gets us is a lot of flack, so I don't know if that's the role for us anymore.
I think we are actually world citizens first, and that's why I feel like since we have the power, we have the availability, the troops, the technology, we have the capabilities of going out there and securing different areas that are, they're hostile territories that need help.
Absolutely not, because we kind of have trouble handling our own problems. Why dip into everybody else's? That only makes them go to war with us and not concentrate on the people that they're going to war with. So I think that we should take our hands out of everybody's cookie jar.
I agree with you. After so many unresolved conflicts, I mean, it's only logical to withdraw sometimes, and we've gone through that before in our own history.
I think it's important for us as a nation to give our assistance to these countries in need, whether it be through help with poverty and things like that in underprivileged countries, or just some defense in countries who are having some hardships with their own government. So I think it's very important for not only the United States, but other countries to come to the aid of countries in need.
I think if there's a woman president and more women are on the world war leaders, there'd be no wars, just a bunch of countries not talking to each other.
We have a fair chance, but I don't think 2016 will be the year that we'll have a female president.
I don't know if it's I don't know if it's possible for the next one, but I'd certainly like to see it if it is.
We recently elected our first African-American president, so I think maybe not this next election, but in the years to come, I think there's a much greater chance of us seeing the first woman president.
I think, yeah. I mean, for example, 60% of the world jobs are performed by women. However, they get paid more than 2/3 less than a guy, and women own less than 1% of the world's population. If we can do 60% of the jobs, why can't being president be one of those?
I certainly hope so. I mean, as Beyonce said, who runs the world?
Women can do just as much as men can, so I think it's definitely possible.
Look, fierce American women is like nothing else in the world. They're terrifying. And not to mention, if it's a woman already running, she already knows in her mind that she's going to be the underdog and she's going to get criticized, and I think that's just going to make her step up to another level.
Well, yeah, that's true. To commit, especially even in America where anything's possible, for a woman to commit to a presidential campaign just shows.
It's just going to take a massive effort. Right.
Everyone is probably aware that Hillary Clinton's going to run, so I really feel she has a good fan base and has a really good chance of becoming the next president. I think it would be really cool to have a woman president because we've never had that before.
As much as I love Hillary, I don't think she'll get it, just because there's just so much history in her past that people are going to think maybe that interferes with the way that she will rule, maybe the way that she'll make decisions. And it's sad because with that history comes experience, and she has so much more experience than what people give her credit for.
I feel like even if we stricken up the gun laws, that people are just going to find other ways to, besides guns. And I really don't know, by strictening the laws, if it's going to change that much.
I think if somebody wants to have a mass shooting, if somebody wants to commit a crime like that, I don't really think laws are going to stand in the way of them attaining a gun. Maybe if laws were stricter and it was more difficult for there to be so many guns available, then maybe it would make a difference. But I kind of think if someone's that crazy to do that kind of thing, they're going to find a way no matter what.
It does. I feel like if you love someone, that should be allowed.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's long overdue. You know, it's kind of crazy to think, you know, the 60s was a little late for civil rights to happen, but now it's a little late for this to happen. But I don't know, it's pretty cool that it's happening now. All this progress is happening while we're witnessing it.
I definitely think that it should be legalized nationally. I think that if you love someone, you should be able to be married, it doesn't matter.
I feel like love is love. Like, nobody should judge anybody based on like who they want to be with. And I think that it's something that the younger generation needs to be exposed to. Like, years from now, I think it should be in the textbooks. Like, it's just something that should be taught in school.
I think this should even be an issue. If you love somebody, it's the same love. You should have the freedom to marry them.
Yeah. When it comes to gay marriage, I don't understand why politicians need to get involved in the lives of everyday Americans. I don't understand why people even need marriage licenses. It's not like it's a danger to anybody else. You know, driver's licenses you hand to people because if they don't have one, they probably don't know how to drive.
Going back on the civil rights issue, look how stupid they look now. Like, like no marriage between a white and a black. And today we call that like stupid. They should have had that right to begin with. I think our children will say the same thing about our generation. Like, why was that even a question?
It ties into the entire thing with the defining marriage as between a man and a woman. It comes with biblical terminology, and they make it seem like it's, I mean, I've heard the term perversion, sodomy, like bestiality. Like, those terms are used to describe a love that they find unnatural.
Correct.
And they turn a legal issue or an equal rights issue into something that's religious, and it has no place in the forum for discussion.
Yes, definitely, because I think if they're not ballsy enough to say it in your face, then don't try to say it behind the keyboard. And bullying is bullying, whether it's through a computer, through text message, in the classroom, it's still bullying, and I think it's mean.
I think parents should regulate what their children are doing on the internet, what they are saying on the internet. I mean, it all starts at home.
It's just being taken to levels that are just horrific, and I just think if it's getting to that level, it obviously is going to have to be policed.
I think we should start regulating bullying on the internet because there are a lot of instances lately that a lot of people are committing suicide just because of what people post on the internet, and I think it should be regulated and people should get in trouble or arrested for what they say because what they say can actually cause somebody to do something to themselves.